Hello, everybody. I'm Doug.
I'm Chris.
Let's talk about $15 an hour.
Okay, I'll take it.
What states are doing that already?
Oh, there's a bunch of different states that have high minimums. I think most of them are going. I know Florida's going for the $15 an hour minimum. Plus,
Yeah, but
they're
that's over
looking
a period of time.
it still won't matter.
But who's doing it right now? Is California doing it right now?
Yeah, I think the California is. New York has a high minimum. A few other states, I'm not exactly sure which ones. But I mean, doing this, you can say anything you want to say and do anything you want to do, but it doesn't mean it's going to work out. It's all that is a way for politicians to make people feel like they're getting something and think they're putting the people first and making the companies pay.
You know who's
And it's stupid.
You know who's going to benefit by it?
The companies
No,
and the politicians for the votes.
no. Well, yeah, the politicians, but you know who's really going to benefit by it? It's the government. Yeah, it's more taxes,
Actually, you know
but
who's
it's
really-
going to be less taxes
You know, I got
because
somebody
people are
that's-
going to lose their jobs.
Oh, I agree, but I got somebody that's going to benefit more about you. In Florida, there's a lawyer, a big-time lawyer, sued everybody under the sun. He's a personal injury lawyer that's pushing the $15 an hour, big time, just boom. And I explained it to somebody online, and they go, I didn't think about it like that. Well, yeah. Okay. Of course, the lawyer's pushing $15 an hour because he's a lawyer. If you're getting $10 an hour, he gets 33 1/3% of $10 an hour. If you're getting $15 an hour, he gets 33 1/3% of $15 an hour.
It's look at how many people. Just take McDonald's.
Nope.
They started putting kiosks in.
Yeah.
Now they don't have to have as many basically cash registers sitting on that counter.
Generally, they only want one to two people up at the front register now, compared to when they used to want 3 to 4.
Exactly. And guess what? That's not good for the economy. I remember my wife worked at a grocery store back years ago, and they put in the self-check lines.
Mm-hmm.
I refused to do that, and she
I don't
was
like to
union.
do it either.
And she was union. And I looked at that. My wife said, "Yeah, people can go up there and check their own food in." And I was like, "Well, that just killed
Jobs.
jobs."
Hmm.
And people loved it.
Yeah.
People loved it. Not the people that worked there, because some of them lost their jobs.
Yeah, but the new people, the thing that'll get you is the new people coming in won't even phase them or affect them because they won't see it.
Yeah. But the person that, I don't know how much McDonald's workers make and
don't know.
and servers and stuff like that. I don't
I know
see it.
servers make less because they make tips. Now, if you go out like west, not before California, but Montana and all that,
Mm-hmm.
I went through that area a while back, and their waitresses make $10, $15 an hour. They do not. Nobody does tips. They don't even know what tips are most of the time. Most people out there don't even know what tips are.
You take a grocery store. I don't know how much they make in a grocery store here, but you worked in a grocery store for 10 years, and you're not even making $15 an hour, and now they raised the cost of living up to $15 an hour, and you've been there for 10 years, and they're hiring some kid out of school that comes in and paying him $15 an hour. You're going to be making $15 an hour because they got to raise yours. But now you've been there for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy's coming in and he's starting out at $15 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I would be a little upset.
All right, I used to work in a grocery store for years. I built up the management and the stock crew. And, okay, I started, I am old. I started working there at $3.35 an hour. And I think I finished working there, I think it just went to $7.25. Yeah, something like that. Now, okay, there's a few things that happen when this happens. And worked all the departments, and I ended up in the end managing night shift. When minimum wage goes up, there are two things that happen first and foremost. Everybody in that store and that stock crew is told we're staying late in the morning. Get all our stock done, get everything ready. And as we're going through the line, we take down all the price tags. 7 o'clock in the morning, or 6:30, 7 o'clock, and actually it would be about 5 or 6 because she would come in early for that. She would come in, and she would start at one end of the store, and we'd all go with her. And she would start changing prices. Everyone. She'd give you a list. This is the price to put up, and you go down all the aisles and you change everything. Everything in that store, all the way down to the bubble gum, changes. Okay, now it changes for on this might change for 5 cents. This might change for 50 cents, 30 cents, 29 cents, something like that. But everything changes. So on your full grocery run, it just charged you, whatever you went up, everything went up. But what they base it on is they base it on what the minimum wage is getting ready to come into. Okay. But there's also a little thing in there where it doesn't just cover that. It covers when it would happen to me and it would go past what I was at, I would get 50 cents more than whatever the minimum wage was at before I became a manager. It was just if the minimum wage went to $4.50 an hour, actually it did go to $4.50 an hour at one time. When that happened for everybody else, I went to $5 an hour. So it's not just that hit that company takes. That company doesn't just take that hit. It has to absorb the other hits, or else they'll have a bunch of management or low-end people going to be managers going, yeah, I'm out of here.
It's even the tax revenue goes down.
Yeah.
I mean, when McDonald's and these grocery stores and whoever else has to go to minimum wage, they can't afford it.
No, they have to lower people.
Yeah, they have to lower their...
Well, it depends if they have tax cuts or not. If they have tax cuts, it helps them.
What tax cuts?
I'm saying if they have tax cuts, it will help them. It's a little bit absorb it. But if they don't have any tax cuts to help them, they're going to lay off even more.
You take a McDonald's. How many McDonald's employees at a normal McDonald's?
I'd say 30.
I'm going to say 50.
30 or 50.
If they're a 24/7.
Yeah, that's true. Between 30
at
and
night,
50.
all the McDonald's are running
Skeleton crews.
Matter
of fact,
even their menu is skeleton.
Last year, a friend of mine was working at a McDonald's late night, and there was 4 of them running. There was the guy doing the orders, guy doing the stocking, and 2 cooking. No problem. Now, the one right down the road here on the main highway in town runs 2 people. The manager and 1 other person run that entire night shift. Oh, well, that's night shift after, I think, 11. When it used to be 4, now it's 2.
Well, is Trump for this? I haven't paid much attention to him.
He said he would look at it, and I understand looking at it, but see, Trump will do different with it because he will make sure there are tax cuts there to help with that. You have to absorb if.
But the it's not only people lose their jobs, but everything goes up. I mean, you take meat cutters,
all of it.
You take I hate to say it like this, the slaughterhouses. You take the bakers that bake the stuff, that bring in, the donut people. Everybody. Them prices are going to go up.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what I'm talking about with the other stuff I was saying, because when I used to have a friend of mine I went to high school with. He rented houses out and he made money at it. It's no big deal. I used to help him all the time because he would have to, every time minimum wage went up, he would have to reassess every house. Because when that price goes up, then your rent goes up. And everybody says, well, why is rent go up? That's because every plumber's price just went up. Every carpenter's price just went up. Every roofer's price just went up. Every lawn maintenance price guys just went up. All of it goes up, so they do the assessment on that. And everything goes up. It's like my mom has receipts from 78 or 79, whatever year Star Wars came out, because I saw it at the mall down the road. For our rent, on Park Avenue was $78 for a month for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. $78. Of course, she was making $235 working for Southern Belle.
Well, I can tell you raise the minimum wage up to $15 an hour, you're going to see a lot of stuff change.
A lot of stuff change.
You're going to see a lot of unemployment.
You're going to see a lot of unemployment. And you're going to see a lot of prices go up.
Because the small business makes this country.
Oh yeah.
It's not the big business.
No.
And the small business is going to lose out. You're going to see a lot of small businesses going out of business.
Oh yeah.
They have to have the employees, but they can't afford them.
Well, I just saw something on Facebook the other day, and they were talking about how Trump supporters were harassing people about Trump not getting elected because if he gets elected, doesn't get elected, the tax cuts go away, and they mentioned the nationwide minimum wage goes up. That they're going to have to raise rent. Everybody's like, oh, they're just doing that to harass us. No, they're not. They're telling you the truth. They're telling you exactly what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't start a business to lose money. You start a business to make money.
You posted something earlier
God.
on the fryer in the McDonald's.
Yeah, that's the robotics. That industry.
The robotics.
Well, actually, that industry is an up and coming industry, and that company right there already has pre-orders of, I think, like 30,000 robotic fryers and grill tops. Not just fryers, grill tops.
That just cost a lot of jobs.
Yeah.
Keep on threatening. Keep on threatening that you're going to make it $15 an hour. You're going to see.
I mean, all you're going to have is a loader. The same loader can go to one end and load it and go to the other end and unload it. And that's it. That's all you need.
All you're going to have is a computer to get online and collect that unemployment. That's what you're going to have to do. All right, I'm Doug.
I'm Chris.
We'll talk to you on the next one. Give it a thumbs up. If you want to comment, put it in the comments and subscribe. We'll talk to you later. Bye.